Hey toy fans, I'm D21Beast and welcome back to my figure review series here on my YouTube channel. And today we're returning to action figures. I know you guys are so excited. And to start things off, we do have Marvel Legends Infinite Series Superior Spider-Man from the Spider-Man Marvel Legends wave released by Hasbro in 2014. Now if you're not familiar with Superior Spider-Man, he's a character who was actually created by Dan Slott. He was first sort of cameoed in Daredevil number 21 by Mark Waid, but his first full appearance was in Spider-Man number 700. Before he actually became a star of his own comic book, Superior Spider-Man, later that year. And this character, if you're not familiar with him, is Dr. Octavius inside the body of Peter Parker. Long story. But suffice to say, this is not the Peter Parker Spider-Man that we all know and love. This is more of a darker version of that webbed wall-crawling hero. Let's go ahead and get things started, guys, by taking a look at this figure's packaging. As you come down the front of the box, you're going to see that Build-A-Figure Collection Green Goblin logo in the upper left, because this is a Build-A-Figure series. Coming down, we do have the Marvel Spider-Man logo, and then you do have a window box packaging that features the figure inside, as well as his accessories and his Build-A-Figure piece. And as you come towards the bottom of the box, you do see the Marvel Legends Infinite Series logo, followed by the name for Superior Spider-Man at the bottom. Flipping this package around now, you do have the Marvel Legends Infinite Series logo and the Spider-Man logo towards the top. You do have a bio for Superior Spider-Man. Go ahead and pause now to read that. You do have an image of Superior Spider-Man coming down the middle of the box. And then at the bottom, you do see that Build-A-Figure Collection Green Goblin logo one more time. And then you do have a complete list of all the figures available in this wave, and an image off to the left showing you what all the Build-A-Figures combine to create. In this case, we have Ultimate Green Goblin. Alright guys, well that's the packaging. Let's say we get this Superior Spider-Man out of the box and see what this figure is all about. Alright toy fans, here we have Superior Spider-Man out of the packaging, and this figure looks absolutely fantastic. I'm a really big fan of the way this thing was done. But the first thing I want to mention before we get into detail and sculpt work is this costume looks a little bit familiar to me. I don't know how far back some of you guys go gaming-wise, but there was a game that came out for PlayStation 1 back in the day called Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro. And in this game, there was actually a costume you could unlock called the Alex Ross Red costume, which was actually the concept art for the original Sam Raimi Spider-Man costume for the movie Spider-Man 1, which came out in 2003 or 2004. The year escapes me at the moment. May have been even a tad bit earlier than that. But in that game was, I believe, the proto version of this costume. Now, I don't know if Alex Ross's promo or his concept artwork has anything to do with the influence of the design of this costume, but they are awfully similar. I mean, take a look at the image off here to the right. This right here is what the costume looked like that Alex Ross designed, and there's a lot of similarities, as you can see. But anyway, that said, I do like the design of this costume, and I think it's awesome that they used it recently here in the comics. And let's go ahead and take a look at some of the detail on this figure. Coming down the top of the figure, you are going to see that there is some sculpted eyes on this Spider-Man figure, which is really nice. They are more goggle-like, which is consistent with the Superior Spider-Man. He does have some excellent paint work around the head, you see with the line work there. And as we come down, he does have a big spider emblem here on the chest, and he's got some great paint work on the spider webbing going all around the figure. He's got pretty much no actual relief sculpting anywhere else on the figure aside from the eyes. Everything else is just basically a blank body that's had some paint work done to it, which is fine. It's all done very, very nicely. I'm really glad with how clean the paint work is on this figure. Superior Spider-Man comes with all the accessories you see here before you. The first one we're going to see here is this leg piece for the Green Goblin Build-A-Figure. Not ready to really review this yet. We'll see it again soon, I promise you guys. But what Spider-Man also comes with are these interchangeable thwipping hands, and I think these are really awesome. Take a look at the way these things are sculpted. They got the fingers curled back the way they should be and extended, and there's even a little bit of those grips on the end of the fingertips, just like the Doc Ock Spider-Man costume had in the comics, so that's a nice touch. And it's a great hand that's got a nice bit of movement here. It bends back all the way and bends forward all the way, and it's pretty easy to change this out with the hands that he has in his body. So let's go ahead and just pull a hand out here. Comes out just like that. And we can slide this thwipping hand right down the arm, and it fits perfectly. It's also in great proportion with the Spider-Man figure. These are probably the hands I'm going to have this Spider-Man figure displayed with the most, so I'm really glad that they've chosen to include these with this Superior Spider-Man toy. Moving on to articulation, we can see that this Spider-Man figure can look down that far and look up that far. Great range of motion there. His head does rotate a full 360 degrees. Now this Superior Spider-Man figure does have sort of a butterfly joint here at the torso, very similar to Marvel Legends Series 6 Wolverine, or even the Spider-Man figure that came out this year with Amazing Spider-Man 2. He's also got a ball joint at the shoulder that rotates a full 360 degrees. He does have a hinge that'll move up that far and move down that far. He's got a rotation at the bicep. He has a double jointed elbow. He's got a rotation at the wrist, as well as a hinge that moves back that far and down that far. He's got the same range of motion here on the other side. It does have an ab crunch that bends down very far and bends back very far. Great range of motion there as well, and it does continue the Spider-Man logo, so that's a nice touch. He has a full rotation at the waist. He's also got a hip joint that will move forward that far and back that far. It also moves out from the body about that far, and he's got a complete rotation at the thigh there. He does have a knee joint that collapses in, come on now, double jointed, collapses in that far, which is nice. He's also got an ankle that'll bend forward that far, bend back very, very far, and he's got that Hasbro ankle pivot everyone really enjoys. So, absolutely fantastic range of motion on this figure, as any Spider-Man figure should have. Height-wise, we can see that this Superior Spider-Man figure does stand at right at 6 inches tall. For some size comparison, here we have Superior Spider-Man compared to Amazing Spider-Man 2 Spider-Man from this same wave. Here he is compared to Black Suit Spidey from Hasbro's 2006 Spider-Man Origins series. Here he is compared to Dr. Octavius from that same Spider-Man Origins series. Whoa, that suit did make me look fat. Huh? And finally, here he is compared to Marvel Legends Infinite series Wolverine. You may smell like Spider-Man, bub, but something's not right. Uh-oh. Alright, toy fans, well that's my review of the Marvel Legends Infinite series Spider-Man Wave Superior Spider-Man figure released by Hasbro in 2014. And overall, I think this figure is truly amazing, or spectacular, or superior, whatever you want to say. But I do think this is an awesome figure to have for your Spider-Man collection. It's definitely a look that's going to be remembered for some time to come, and hopefully I'm onto something with that Alex Ross connection. And if I am, guys, let me know in the comments. But I think it's pretty cool if they did use that as the sort of basis for this version of Spider-Man. This figure's got some great articulation. His sculpting, while minimal, is still really, really good, and the paintwork's really clean. And he just looks good posed next to the rest of your Spider-Man figures. So definitely give him a try. Go out and pick him up. He's actually starting to be clearanced out now at some toy stores, so he should be pretty easy to get your hands on. Well, thanks for watching this review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like what you saw here, please feel free to rate, share, and subscribe. Also, be sure to hit me up on Twitter at D21Beast. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.